Since a few of you have been asking me to do Skyrim as a werewolf, I decided to make it my next video. Much like my Robin Hood run, I used some mods to change things up again. Once again, I used the alternate start mod, and because we're playing as a werewolf, I used the Moonlight Tales mod, mainly because I wanted to make the gameplay for the werewolf a bit more fun, also for a specific ability that will come in handy later. I will link the mods in the description and pin them as a comment in case you want to use them yourself. Here are the rules for the run. Once I have access to the ability, I can only deal damage in the werewolf form, with the exception of certain shouts that you have to use for story progress. Let's get started. This time round, I decided to make a Khajiit, because a cat turning into a dog is hilarious to me. And since the only way you can gain werewolf perks is by eating people, I chose to make Garfield, since he's famous for his insatiable appetite. Then I chose to start as a new member of the Companions, beat up Vilkas, then encountered a problem when trying to give Ayla her shield. Skjor wouldn't show up to finish the scene, so Ayla was stuck on repeat. Now some of you might wonder why I didn't just use console commands to fix this, and that's because I record all of my gameplay on my X series, so aside from having access to mods, there's not really much I can do when Skyrim decides to break apart from restart the run. Luckily though, this was early on, so I didn't lose much progress. I changed my start to owning Breeze Home so I could run straight to the Companions, repeated the quest from before, and went out on my first mission to get rid of some bandits in a mine. After clawing their eyes out, I returned to Farkas, and then we head off to get the fragment of Wuthrad from Dustman's Cairn. Farkas shows me his first owner, we grab the fragment, and I get to settle a score with Elrindir. Then after giving him brain damage, I drink Ayla's blood, become Werefield, rip a guard's throat out, then me and Ayla storm a Silverhand camp, but despite them claiming to be seasoned monster hunters, we absolutely wipe the floor with them. I eat Skjor's corpse, then head to Helgen to start the main quest. After this, I head to Falkreath so I can get the Ring of Hircine to get more werewolf transformations. So I speak to Sinding, then he has a brain aneurysm and just stands in his cell. I kill the White Stag, head to Sinding's cave, we murder some hunters together, then Hircine gives me the Mighty Morphin Wolf Ring. Now that I have everything I need for the run, I head to Riverwood to warn them about the dragon, then head to Bleakfall's Barrow to get the Dragonstone. I maul all the anorexics, grab the Dragonstone, then after leaving I found out that I can change the fur colour of the werewolf form. So I choose an appropriate Garfield colour, give the stone to Farengar, tear out Nazim's windpipe, then I head to the Watchtower to fight the dragon, who died in seconds thanks to the beast form doing insane damage. Then I get the Savage Feeding perk, so now even the rabbits aren't safe from my bloodlust.
Run! Run for your lives!
I turn everyone at Ivarstead into mincemeat, sprint up the 7,000 steps, then I get a mod perk that I mentioned would be useful later, Revert Form. This will come in handy in situations where I can't wait like in Sovngarde. Train my vocal cords with the Hermits, grab the postcard from Delphine, bitch slap Salakanir, then head to the Thalmor embassy, and murder everyone in my path to get to the dossier, including Malborn because he has an attitude problem.
Really? You're who she picked?
Then I save Esbern from the Ratway because he's one book away from being on an episode of Hoarders. And after not listening to these two chat absolute shit, I watch Esbern appraise some Banksy art, then the Coffin Dodgers teach me clear skies. But what's the point in being a cat dog if I can't run up mountains? So after doing just that, I speak to Skyrim's only plumber, belch fire at him, then once again I try to glitch through the wall to get into the Tower of Mazark. I almost had it, but like last time, it didn't work. So I went through the normal way, decimate a skooma addict, consumed an entire tribe of Falmer, then I killed Sulla and Umana to shut them up, and I don't know if this was because of Moonlight Tales, but I found out that you can solve the Dwemer puzzle to get the scroll in beast form. Then once I grab it, I watch a silent movie, then Alduin shows up for a scrap, and after I beat him without breaking a sweat, I refuse to look at him during his monologue because someone this weak doesn't deserve my respect. Then I try to convince McGruffin to let me trap a dragon in his house, but even though the fate of the world hangs in the balance, he won't help me because of the war. But as the first cat/dog hybrid in Skyrim, Garfield has transcended the mundane plane of existence, and the petty arguments of man pale in comparison to the scale of the universe. We think that we're important, but we are so small. Nothing we do or ever will do matters. We are a speck of dust floating in space, and when the sun finally explodes, leaving us as an afterthought, not a single tear will be shed. Time erodes everything. The mass graves of humanity will all eventually be sucked into the earth. Graveyards are filling up, and the space is... So we have an intervention to talk about Ulfric's cryptocurrency addiction. I take a ride on a medieval taxi, then I fight my way to Sovngarde. smack Andre the Giant around, and prepare myself for Alduin Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. But just like before, the fight lasted seconds because he's weaker than your pickup lines. And now that the world has been saved from apocalyptic plight, Garfield can finally sit down and enjoy a nice hearty meal. And with that, I beat Skyrim as a werewolf. This video is a bit shorter than my usual ones, as Beast Form is so overpowered that I flew through the game fairly quickly. But like most of the runs I do, this was meant for fun and not really meant to be challenging or rip your hair out hard. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe. If there's a specific run you want to see me do, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.